favorite topic when it comes to boxing.
Yeah.
And we're gonna ask, does anybody think that Jake Paul's good for boxing, or is he bad for the sport, or where does he fit in this whole in the sport of boxing?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna defer to Gideon to get this topic started, since I know he's a boxing guy. So we're gonna see what he has to say about it.
As much as it like would pain me to say this and pains a lot of people to say it, he's absolutely amazing for boxing. When was the last time there were this much eyes on a boxer and boxing in general? It's been a while. It's been Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson, and then all the way back in the day, Muhammad
It's
Ali.
probably Pacquiao Mayweather.
Yeah, Pacquiao Mayweather.
Last time that there was that much hype around a boxing match.
Yeah, you have that one, and then you have Mayweather and Conor McGregor. But
Although I don't know, this last Tyson Fury fight.
oh yeah, Tyson Fury
Everybody was all over that.
Yeah, I'll say this about Jake Paul. Jake Paul is doing incredible numbers. I mean, a million pay per view buys guaranteed with Jake Paul's on that card. And I mean, you look at the competition he's facing. Nate Robinson, basketball player, not a good boxer. He won it, but it's not like it's a real win. But it's like he was a boxing player. I mean, he was a basketball player that you can tell has never got in the ring, never sparred. I mean, he didn't look that good. Then he goes out, he beats Ben Askren, a UFC fighter, a wrestler. Let's get that out of the way first. He's a wrestler. He knocks him out first round. And then goes out there, beats Tyron Woodley. Was Tyron Woodley the best opponent for him to pick? Absolutely. That was the best opponent for him to pick because, one, Woodley doesn't throw many strikes. Woodley is older, and Woodley has that name that's gonna go well with Jake Paul. Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley is a great seller. So, yes, Jake Paul is good for boxing, and especially if he fights Tommy Fury, Fury's younger brother. That's gonna do a lot of pay-per-view buys as well. Jake Paul is essentially the Conor McGregor of boxing. Everyone hates him, but they're gonna go watch him.
Okay. Counterpoint?
Counterpoint.
Okay, counterpoint. Okay. Jake Paul is a terrible boxer.
Mm.
And he fights people that he knows that he can win against so that he can continue to make money. Don't get me wrong. I feel like Jake Paul's great at making money, but is he good at boxing? No. He's not. And I feel like if he ever fought someone who was actually good at boxing, he would get destroyed. Now, would he make a lot of money when he did that? Absolutely. But I feel like what Jake Paul's good at is stringing along people who are buying these pay-per-views, right? So he's like, let me fight someone maybe a half a click better than the last person I fought so that I can continue this as long as possible and be as rich as possible by the time I get to the end of it, and then I'll fight someone real and I'll get knocked out and I can be done. But I'll never have to work again. So, I mean, is he good for boxing? Is he making people watch it? Yeah, I guess. But at the same time, if you're like a boxing purist, is he good for boxing? I don't think so. I mean, he's just throwing out terrible matches left and right. His undercards are better fights than his. So, I mean, I guess if he's promoting younger boxers to roll into these undercards, yeah, in that case, he's good for boxing. I mean, he's throwing money at them so they can keep getting better at their sport. But
yeah, well, like you said, he's doing a lot for fighters. I mean, his take on fighter pay needing to go up is absolutely true, and he's done a lot to help that. You know, because he's the guy that's paying those guys.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, he's paying those guys the money they deserve, the money that Dana White's not giving the people in the UFC. Why those UFC fighters are then going to the boxing with Jake Paul so they can be financially secure for the rest of their life.
You're right. That'll be another topic we can talk about.
Yeah,
fighter pay in the UFC,
fighter
but
pay, yeah.
we're not going to get on that right now.
Yeah, right now. That's another hour.
You ain't kidding.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's all we've got.